Hi guys, my name is Bobby and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to do kind of a different take on my January TBR. So instead of doing a normal traditional January TBR, instead I'm going to read or put on a TBR the top 5 rated books on my physical TBR according to Goodreads. So I have my laptop right here and I have Goodreads pulled up, so I'm going to sort all my books on my physical TBR, which is 181 books. My physical TBR is all the books I have physically here, and I also included my ebooks because I have a ton of books on my Kindle reader. So I included that too because I can obviously read on my Kindle anytime I want. So I've included both of those in my physical TBR shelf. So I'm going to sort them by highest rated, and I'm hoping to start the new year off with a bang and with some good reads and good momentum, and this is why I kind of decided to do this. I've seen a couple other booktubers do it and have some good success with it, so I thought it would be kind of fun, you know, to try it and, you know, see what's the best on there. So let's take a look. Okay, so I'm going to sort it by average rating. Okay, so the first book with the highest rating, well, the numbers are kind of messed up, but this has the average rating of 4.47, which is a very high rating on Goodreads. And that's The Heart's Invisible Furies by John Boyne, and I have that right here. Have that right here. I'm not going to read this month because Vicky and I are going to buddy read this probably in March or April. We already have plans to buddy read it because she has a copy as well. We're doing a buddy read next month, and then this will be our next buddy read after that. So I'm not going to read it in the month of January because I already have plans to read it. It's going to happen in a couple of months, and it was the book of the year for 2017, the book of the month, book of the year. I know it's going to be a tearjerker, they say. It's supposed to be really emotional, but I have plans for this book, but I'm not going to do it for this month. Okay, so the second book, highest rated with a rating of 4.53, is Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman, and that is the second book in the Scythe series. I have started it, but I didn't quite finish it because then I got kind of cold feet. Not because the book wasn't good, but because I heard it had a really big cliffhanger, and we don't know when the next book comes out. Like, we know it has a title, but it has yet to have a cover or release date. But I will add that one to my TBR. I have it on my Kindle, so I will add that to my TBR and finally read Thunderhead. I love Scythe. Like, I can't believe I didn't read Thunderhead earlier this year. So that'll be the first book on my TBR. Okay, so the third one is Hero of Ages, which is the third Mistborn. But I'm not going, since it's a third in the series and stuff like that, then I'll do the next one in the series. I'm already reading book 1. Like, I've already started it. I'm about a third of the way through. So this is already going to be on my TBR for January anyways, because I would like to finish this in the month of January. So I'm not really going to count this. I mean, this is already on my TBR. But I'm going to do, like, a couple extra. You know, like, I'm not going to count this towards the 5 because I'm already in the process of reading it. So, but this one is definitely on there as well. Then, oh, of course. So, the next book on my list, let me grab it. So, the next book on my list is not a shocker, and it'll give me a push to read it, is Grey Sister by Mark Lawrence. I raved about Red Sister on and on and on. Like, in my best of 2018, in the wrap-up in the month that I read it. Like, this is the sequel, all about killer nuns. I've been wanting to get to it. I've been slowly putting it off. The third book, Holy Sister, comes out in April, so I might as well get it done. So this will be the second book, second and a half, because Mistborn is kind of on there, on the list. So, oh, and that has a rating of 4.46 on Goodreads, average rating. Okay, so next on the list, oh man, that's going to be a chunker. I'm not going to be able to get through that. Alright, let me grab it. So technically the next book on the list is a third in the series, and I've already read one, the first one. And it's Cress, which is book 3 in the Lunar Chronicles. But I'm not going to read 3 because I've only read Cinder, so instead I'm going to read Scarlet. So I'll read Scarlet instead of Cress in its place because it's next in the series. And this is not, oh, the writing's not too bad. I mean, it's a pretty decent size. It's over 400 pages, but the writing's pretty good. I really enjoyed Cinder. I don't know why I haven't, like, continued on, but I will read Scarlet in the month of January. So that gives me 3 Thunderheads. Let's see. So that's like 3.5. So let's see what's next. I'm scared. Oh, it's Mistborn, which I'm already reading. Okay, so the next one is The Secret Wife by Paul Gill with an average rating of 4.19. This is another one that's on my Kindle. I've had it on my Kindle forever, and I just haven't read it. So that one will go on there. I don't even remember what it's about. It's about, like, a woman and a wife. Here, let me click on it and look at the synopsis, because, you know, since I have my laptop right here and Goodreads open, let's be a proper booktuber and give a synopsis. Oh, it's a historical fiction. Oh, wait, no, it's a little bit of both. So it says, a Russian Grand Duchess and an English journalist linked by one of the world's greatest mysteries. So there's a storyline that takes place in 1914. The Romanov family's collapse, which I really love the Romanov family, so this should be interesting. And then in 2016, it looks like it is another person that named Kitty who goes to a remote cabin in America from London. And so it looks like it's stuff that goes across, like 2 parallel storylines that are going to cross. So that looks really interesting. I'm down to read that. So, and it doesn't look to be very big. So that's on my Kindle. So I'll read that. So that's 4.5-ish. So let me add one more, because I've been averaging about 6 a month. Oh, I don't know if I want to. Oh, shit. Alright, this has an average rating of 4.37 on Goodreads. Let me get it. I'm not really excited about this one either. It's a chunk, huge one. Who thinks Bobby's going to fail? Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I've had this book since right after it came out because there was so much hype surrounding it. I have the American edition. I think the UK versions are prettier. Yeah. Strange the Dreamer. I've heard so many good things about this book, but the criticisms I've heard about it, it kind of makes me nervous. Honestly, I have a feeling this might be a DNF, and I feel bad saying that. It's a fantasy. It's supposed to be a very beautiful story, but from everything I heard, it is very lyrical and flowery and all that in the writing, which I don't usually like. I usually can't stand that kind of writing because it meanders and it usually drives me nuts. So we'll see. I'll give it a shot because, like, I put myself up to this challenge. So I will give it a shot. If it's too flowery for me and I'm just not interested, I'm a strict DNFer, man. I'll DNF it. And then, you know, hopefully it's not and I can get through it. It'll be one that I absolutely love and just want to read all the way through. But it makes me nervous. But Strange the Dreamer is going on the list. Okay, so what we have so far from all of this, the first thing that I know for sure I'm going to read is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. Hopefully I finish it. I've already started this book. Its sequel had popped up on the list, and this one popped up on the list, trying to get at least 6. So this is definitely getting read. I will also be reading my Richard Lehman book of the month, which for the next one in the list is Beware. So I will definitely be reading that one because it's part of my Richard Lehman read-along. So that one will definitely be getting read this month. And then I will be reading Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. And that is the second book in the Scythe trilogy series. Not sure how far he's going. I think it's a trilogy. But I'll finally get to Thunderhead. And Crest came up on the list in the Lunar Chronicles, but instead I'll be reading Scarlet, which is book 2 in the Lunar Chronicles. I'll be reading book 2 in the Book of Ascension novel. Or no, Book of the Ancestor novel, Book of Ascension. Grey Sister. A lot of sequels in this. So I'll be reading Grey Sister. And then I will be reading The Secret Wife by Paul Gill, which is a historical fiction kind of mystery, seems like. And then finally I'll be reading Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. This challenge I'm putting on myself is the force to in the push to finally read Strange the Dreamer. You know, not that it hasn't been hyped for the past like 5 or 6 months, but it's gonna happen. So we'll see how well I do with this challenge. I'm really nervous, but I figured this was a kind of fun way to build my TBR, and maybe I'll do this like every couple of months, because as I read books and they kind of filter in and out, or I, you know, get rid of them, it'll be interesting to like just recycle it like that and pick out some top books, or even do it the opposite way and read like the lowest rated ones. It'd be kind of fun. But that's my idea. So yeah, here's my physical stack plus the two I'll be reading, no, three I'll be reading on my Kindle. Whoa. 3, because I'll be reading The Secret Wife, Thunderhead, and Beware on my Kindle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 7. 7 of my TBR is not bad. I've been averaging 6. How about this? Since I am setting my TBR up this way, if for some miracle upon miracles I get through all of these monstrosities and the 3 on my Kindle, I doubt I will, but if I get through all of these, whether I finish them or DNF them, I'll make the challenge to myself this month that instead of mood reading and picking up what I want, I will go to the next one on the list. That's if by some miracle I finish all this. But I'll go to the next one on the list, just to keep kind of the challenge going for the month. Okay guys, that's it. That is my January TBR / Goodreads experiment, reading the top rated books on my physical TBR. Hopefully it goes well. I'm kind of excited that I did it this way. It makes things kind of interesting and kind of fun, you know, a little different. Let me down below if you've read any of these books and what you thought about them, or if you're interested in doing something like this. I think it's a lot of fun, or it will be a lot of fun. And if it is, I will continue to do this, I think, in the future, every couple of months, switch it up between lowest rated and highest rated, just to kind of mix things up a bit. Hey guys, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.